So, you ever have those thoughts like, what the actual fuck am I doing right now? This is one of them. What the actual fuck am I doing right now? But, here we are. Guess we're doing it. Guess it's time. Jesus Christ, what the actual fuck am I doing? You know what? We're here. It's time. We're playing it. Why the fuck not? You know? Oops. Alright. Oh dear God. Right, now I know that there should be a mature warning when you click the stream, but I will give this warning a couple of times throughout. Follow the warning. This is gonna be fucked up. So, yeah. Just gonna sit here and listen to this fucking background music for a little bit longer, because I actually really like this. Sorry for that, if you are watching, you either clicked on this by accident, or you know what you're getting into. And if you don't know what you're getting into, well, yeah, have fun with that. But I mean, aside from that, we're all here to have fun, right? Fun? Everyone loves fun. And yeah. Dear fucking God. Oh. It's time. Can't really put this off any longer. So we're just gonna dive right in. Alright. Oh dear fucking God, let's go. Stories, work of fiction, the medical procedures and conditions described here are imaginary and do not reflect actual science. Dear God. This work of fiction, grotesque. This contains grotesque images that may disturb some viewers. Please select how you would like such images displayed. We're off to a riveting start right now. I'm sorry, game. Do you think I'm a fucking bitch? I ain't no bitch. Great, off to a great start. Oh my God. Strong start here, game. Right. God. The wriggling mass of flesh burbles. I'm not gonna make any more deep-throating noises. Gruntstig. 3 such creatures sit around the table in front of me, slurping filthy sludge from their cups as they trade whines, growls, and sounds that I cannot describe. Oh dear God. Oh. No more deep-throating noises. Oh. By listening carefully, I'm able to grasp the gist of their conversation and respond when it's required of me. This is necessary to avoid arousing their suspicion. However, these creatures may look, they are my friends apparently. I look hot. I wish that I could still deny it, but I gave up on that a long time ago. Night after night I went to sleep praying for an end to this nightmare, only to wake each morning to the same twisted hellscape as the day before. I know now that I have to blend in, that I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and so will remain until the day I die. Oh my god. These fucking background images! Oh. 411. Judging by its tone, this one must be Koji. And the one next to him squealing more than the others is probably Omi. Which means that the one next to me is Yo. Though I can no longer see any trace of her once attractive features, I try my best to ignore the rotten stench of excrement that issues from her quivering flesh. More deep-throating noises. Yeah, it is really well. Everything has changed. Or almost everything. By some cruel trick of fate, my relationship to the world alone remains the same, as if an insane architect took the blueprints of my life and rebuilt it out of blood and gore. These monsters and I were a part of the same college club. We studied together, ate together. We even went skiing together every winter break. Now, 1 second. Now those are but painful memories of days that will never return. If only no one recognized me, I might have been able to disconnect myself from the world. It might have been comforting in comparison to believing that I had been abducted by aliens, or that I had stumbled through a gateway to hell. But no, this is beyond a doubt the city where I was born and raised. The society that I was part of for 20 years, save that I, and I alone, can no longer see it that way. The world as I knew it is gone. I have no place to call home. It's a really nice continue thing. I agree. Anyway, I can tell that whatever they're talking about is no importance to me. I decided to keep quiet while pretending to listen. But just then... Hey Fuminori, one of the flesh beasts say as it swivels its bloodshot eyes towards me. What do you think? About what? I try desperately to stress my loathing and behave normally, but my hoarse voice ruins the attempt. We're talking about your ski trip. Wow, this is fucking hard. You're coming too, right? A slim hole near the top of the creature writhes nauseatingly as it vomits some semblance of words. That must be Koji's face. Or what I would have seen as such 3 months ago. Unable to stomach the sight of it, I avert my eyes and give a neutral answer. I don't know. You have all of us. Not really. My closest companions. Oh, the fuck up. We're going back to... I have to turn voice back up. Damn it. Flashbulb sounds! One of them had even wished to be more. How many nights has been crying in loneliness, lamenting the friends who no longer exist? In 3 months my tears ran dry, and now there is only loathing left in me. Surrounded by hideous creatures that I can only assume are Koji, Omi, and Yo, I spend each day trying to act as I always have. If I fail at this, I'll surely be sent back to the hospital. Only this time, I'll be locked away forever. No matter what, I won't let that happen. I mean, it's not like physical activity could affect your mood, right? I'm not sure. I'll ask the doctor during my checkup. That's it. I can't look at them or bear their screeching any longer. I jump to my feet, desperate to escape. Hey, Fuminori. A spray of stinging slime from the cilia around its voice box flies at me. I try to cover myself, but too late. To keep the slime from splattering across my face like the yolk of a rotten egg. Nice! I'm about to lose it. I want to grab a chair, desk, anything within reach, and use it to smash the life out of this creature, ending it all. Wow, fucking brutal. I barely suppress the impulse. Oh, it changes. I mustn't let on that something is wrong. However they look to me, this is their world. I'm the outsider here. Like I said, today's my checkup. I've got to go. Struggling to put on a smile, I reach into my wallet, pull out the first bill I find, and put it on the table without even looking at it. I don't care about the change. I just need to get out of here. Now. Later. I'm not hastily and flee the cafeteria. I'm not crazy. Maybe you are crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Why the fuck am I playing this game? Is that it? Am I crazy as well? Yeah, we're just gonna go with I'm crazy as well. Oh dear God, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not crazy.
ねえねえ、今度のスキーだけどさ、今年はどっかスケー
Why
ト
don't
も
we go
遊べ
somewhere we
ると
can
ころに
skate
し
for
ない
this year's ski trip? The fuck even skates? Tsukuba frowns at the suggestion.
スケー
Skate?
ト
But why go to a ski resort to
ス
skate?
キー場にまで行ってスケート
Give her a break. Tsukuba. That's all she talks about these days. Tono Koji supports Omi with a laugh. Her impromptu suggestions are nothing new, and as Koji's role as her boyfriend to provide backup. Fucking white knight. They're a good match for each other, Yo thinks. Sometimes it makes her jealous. I mean, she'd seriously never gone skating before I took her the other day.
何よ
Hey, is it really
スケ
that
ートした
strange?
ことなかったのがそ
Not many people start skating in their 20s, you know. I couldn't even skate in my teens.
子供の頃
I was scared when I
は
was
なんとなく怖かったの
Those
よ
shoes looked like big
あの
knives.
靴なんだか刃物みたいでさでも
But you
い
picked
き
it
な
up
りやって
just
滑
like
れた
that?
の
It's pretty amazing,
お
Omi.
みちゃんすごくない
It's a lot like skiing. You keep your weight forward and use the angle of the shoes to steer.
工事にそう
You
言わ
made
れ
it
たもん
sound
だ
so
から
easy.
さ
I figured I should give it a
騙され
try.
たと思ってやって
And it
み
was
た
fun.
わけよそうしたらもう楽しくって
So it was a date. Yo feels a stab of envy. Koji and Omi enjoy their time together as normal lovers do. They're certainly not something that should arouse jealousy. It's just that her luck in love has been bad.
ふーん私
Oh,
も見てみたい
I
な
want to see Omi skate too. Yo keeps her voice upbeat, trying to cover her internal conflict. She knows that it's wrong to envy her friends. She too would be spending time with the man she admires, not for the terrible tragedy that befell him. His is true misfortune. Her bad luck doesn't begin to compare. That'd be selfish. Give the man some room. Doom, 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 doom.
だからさ
How about it?
ね
If we make the next ski trip a skating trip too?
ついで
It
に
would be
スケ
twice
ー
as
ト
fun.
旅行にしちゃえば2倍美味しく楽しいって
I
わけよ
can't skate or ski.
でもさ
But you can skate at a
ス
skating
ケ
rink,
ート
can't you?
はスケートリンクに
Why
行
go all
け
the
ば
way
で
to
き
a
る
ski
じゃない
resort?
わざわざだか
I
ら
don't want
屋
to skate
内じゃなく
indoors.
て
I want to
さ
skate outside,
屋外
on a
スケ
lake
ー
or
ト
something.
凍った湖とかで滑れるところ
That's how you die.
そんな都合
That
のいい
sounds
とこ
fun, but won't it be
か
crowded?
な
While speaking, Yo sneaks a sideway glance at the young man sitting next to her. Although the conversation involved only 3 people so far, there are in fact 2 couples at the cafeteria table. Yo's boyfriend, though there's still some doubt over whether he could be called that, is beside her, as silent and expressionless as a statue.
なあ、Fuminori。
Hey Fuminori, what do
お
you
前はどう
think?
思う
Perhaps Koji sensed Yo's pain in his usual quiet and considerate way.
どうって。
About what? The cause of Yo's distress. Sakisaka Fuminori responds to Koji's sudden query with a vague, mumbled question of his own.
いや、だからさ、
We're talking about this
今
winter
年の
ski
冬
trip.
のスキーだよ
You're。coming too,
お前も
right?
行くよな。
Koji speaks gingerly, as though probing a tumor. A few months ago, he would not have hesitated to rebuke Fuminori for his attitude. Their long acquaintance had forged a strong and honest friendship. But now?
わからない。
I don't know. Fuminori responds bluntly, his downcast eyes and sullen demeanor making clear that he has no desire to break his silence.
何か他の予定でもあるのか
You have plans?
いや、別に。
Not really. Even Koji, Fuminori's best friend, cannot communicate with him as before. What hope does Yo have of breaking through his shell? The scars left by the events of that late summer day are still deep all these months later. Each one of the four bears them, not only Fuminori.
なあ、
I mean, it's not like
別に
physical
運動するの
activity
が
could
傷に
affect your
触る
injuries,
とか
right?
そういうわけでもないんだろどうだろうな。
Not
今日
sure.
の診療で
I'll
先
ask
生
the
に
doctor
聞いてみ
during
る。
my checkup. As though the answer drained the last of his patience, Fuminori bolts out of his chair.
おい、文則
Fuminori! Even Koji can't keep his voice from rising as he tries to stop Fuminori from leaving. Fuminori reacts swiftly, throwing his hand over his face as though to shield himself from something terrifying. Maybe some spit flew inadvertently from Koji's mouth. But that sort of thing happens during everyday conversations. Fuminori's reaction is beyond the pale.
だから今日も診療
Like I said, Fuminori snaps,
もう時間だ。
making no attempt to relieve the discomfort of his friends. Today's my checkup, I have to go. Even as he tosses money on the table to pay for his coffee, he acts like he's touching something filthy.
それじゃ
Later. Fuminori stalks out of the cafeteria, almost as if he's running away. Cloaked in heavy silence, the remaining three lower their gaze at a table, where the abandoned 10,000 yen bill sways forlornly. Fuminori's coffee is untouched.
やってられないわね。
Can't take this anymore, Omi says with a sigh. But Koji shakes his head reproachfully.
文則には
Fuminori
もう少
just
し
needs
時
a
間が
little more
必要なんだ
time.
と思う。
だってもう
But
3
it's
ヶ
been
月
3
よ。
months.
なん
What's
な
with
の
this
よあれ
attitude? Feel like I'm
付き合
going
ってる
crazy
こっちが
hanging
変に
around
な
him.
りそう。
俺だってわからない。
Hey, I don't understand what he's going
わか
through
るはずも
either.
ないと思う。
I don't think any of us can.
お前だって想像
Can you
つくか
imagine losing your whole family like
あ
that?
んなひどい形で
That's
家族
true
全
anyone
員を
up.
奪われて。
It could happen to anyone. A tractor trailer flipped over on the highway, crushing the Sakisaka family car into twisted scrap. They said it had been difficult to tell the bodies of Fuminori's parents apart. Wow. For a while it looked as if there was no hope for Fuminori either. Nothing short of a miracle that he was able to leave the hospital and return to a normal life.
見舞いに行った時なんてもっとひどかっ
It
た
was
じゃない
worse when we went to see him in the hospital,
誰
remember?
が誰かも分からずに
He was terrified of all of us, like he didn't know who we were.
ベッドに縛り付けら
He
れ
even had to be tied to the bed, he freaked out so bad.
今はよくあそこまで立
Just
ち直っ
glad
てくれ
he's
たと
made
思う
it this far.
それにしたって変よ先坂君。
Still something strange about him.
私たちのこ
What's
と
with
に
the
言う
way
やつ
he...
あれなんなの？
Thanks.
まるで
He
こっち
looks
が
at us.
人間じゃ
It's
ない
like
み
we're
た
not
い。
even human.
よせ
I mean, if you keep watching this, you're probably not gonna sleep. Cut it out, Omi, Koji says forcefully. Probably less out of empathy for his friend than out of consideration for Yo. This game was made 14 years ago. While Koji's kindness makes her happy, Yo also knows that she mustn't take advantage of it. Fuminori is the victim, just as Koji said. He's the one who most deserves sympathy. Yo's feelings for Fuminori are her problem, and no one else's. He doesn't blame Fuminori for not giving her an answer after she worked up the courage to ask him out. Fuck you. In fact, she thinks even more fondly of him for a serious consideration of her feelings than she would have had he oh, that's a lot of H's. Had he treated their relationship casually. Oh my god, I'm so glad I have many drinks here. Apparently the fact that Fuminori did not reject her was enough to make them a couple in Koji and Omi's eyes. They've had plenty of fun at Yo and Fuminori's expense since. Truth of it though, is that he still hasn't given her an answer. After revealing her feelings to him, Yo didn't see Fuminori again until a week later, and then she could only stare at his broken body through the window of the ICU. And when he was finally released after 50 days, that seemed an eternity, he was somehow different. She's starting to doubt that he even remembers what she confessed to him before the accident. Now winter is coming, and her feelings hang forgotten in the cold, lonely air. Dr. Tambo Ryoko has never had a more troublesome patient.
その後の
Hello,
経過はどう
doctor.
ですか？ Sakisaka-san.
Has there been any changes since your last visit, Mr. Sakisaka? Oh my god, that
Yeah.
fucking name!
これといって問題
No,
なく
nothing to speak of. His voice is hard and flat, his words tossed carelessly into the air. It's like he's speaking to himself in an empty room. Ryoko is a surgeon, not a psychiatrist. But even she can sense the thickness of the wall he has erected between himself and the world. Make a dick joke. Any nausea, dizziness, or hallucinations? Fuck, a lot of hallucinations. Everything is flesh.
いえ何も
No. While Sakisaka appears to be looking at Ryoko, his gaze is actually aimed a fraction down to the side. He's only superficially engaged in the conversation, when in truth, it does not interest him in the slightest. Perfect rejection. Realizing that she can't interview him like this, Ryoko sighs and sets her child aside. Sakisaka, the procedure you received at this hospital was the latest in experimental neurosurgery. We explained this before, didn't we? There's a lot of big words. Oh, God. Treatment of subdural hematoma through the use of micro machines. Procedure available in Japan exclusively, here at the T University Medical Center. Have been the only way to save Sakisaka Fuminori from a cerebral contusion that should have been fatal. I fucked up on fatal. Wow. With any experimental treatment, there is always the risk of unexpected complication. Of course. Sakisaka Fuminori's lips twist slightly in what might be a bitter or mocking smile, but it's gone before Ryoko can discern its meaning. Normally I would never say anything to frighten a patient, but there have been reports of serious neurological disorders post-surgery. You must continue to monitor your condition carefully. Why not just fucking tell them you see flesh? Hence these weekly checkups. If only he would take them a little more seriously.
先週の MRI はどうでした
That was last week's MRI. Sakisaka asks abruptly as if to catch Ryoko off guard. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. It's a way for doctors to examine the brain in detail without opening the patient's skull. Surprised by Sakisaka's uncommon technical knowledge, Ryoko recalls his profile. Oh, that's right, you're a medical student, aren't you? You better fucking refollow me. Right, since you're here, I'm gonna re-say this again. Oh, that's what I need to do. Thanks for reminding me, because I completely forgot about this. Existing notifications. Forgot to chuck my notifs on here. There we go. Yeah, warning. This game's fucked up. The mature warning wasn't there for a joke. Like, seriously. Yeah. Oh, that's right, you're a medical student, aren't you? Kind of anomaly you're worried about should show up on the MRI, right? Did you find anything? No. There was nothing, not the slightest hint of abnormal activity. For a procedure with such a low rate of success, the results have been nothing short of miraculous. Why couldn't that have been a miracle? I was ready to read a miracle. However, something still bothers Ryoko. She can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something beneath his guarded exterior. Some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. But if it is an inorganic problem, then there's nothing she can do as long as he refuses to explain it. I see flesh. Everything's flesh. I'm fine, Doctor. Lived on my own for 3 months without any problems. What could go wrong now? Please. You know that continued observation is required after these difficult surgeries. You have to trust us a little more. I trust those thighs. Suppose you're right. I do want to trust you, Doctor. Can I come to you with anything? Yes, of course, Ryoko answers, smiling to cover up her irritation. Sakisaka asked the exact same question during last week's visit. Well then, let's pick up where we left off. Have you learned anything about Dr. Ogai? Dots. I'm sorry. Unable to answer, Ryoko hardens the mask of her smile. As for the patient, is inquiring about someone whom he has no business knowing. Don't mind my asking. What does Dr. Ogai have to do with your treatment? You just told me to trust you and now you're keeping secrets? Oh, caught out. Ryoko is used to patients treating her with hostility. After all, some degree of paranoia is natural when dealing with someone who holds your life in their hands. Sakisaka, however, she doesn't see the short-sighted impatience that other patients exhibit. His demeanor is perfectly calm, almost like a detective questioning a suspect. He left this hospital some time ago. I never had any contact with him myself. Oh, what am I doing? Oops. I can go there. If I shrink it to that, then perfect. Sorry, sidetracked. I get distracted quite easily. There's a really nice background music, though. A really nice background music. This is gonna be fun. Words are hard. Let's do this. Left the hospital some time ago. Never had any contact with him myself. Do you know why he left? Yes, I believe it was personal. Ryoko answers smoothly, her earlier hesitation gone. Having decided at the outset to lie, she has no trouble doing so with a straight face. Why do you keep asking about Dr. Ogai? Do you know him? Did you know that the doctor has gone missing? No. Ryoko realized that her answer may have been a little too quick. She should have acted more surprised. Recently become close friends with a relative of hers. It was she who asked me to find him. A relative? Ryoko considers this with a frown. I didn't think Dr. Ogai had any relatives. Oh? Who told you that? I heard it from a nurse, Ryoko replies, and that she just claimed to have no contact with the man. I see. So the doctor was famous enough for nurses to gossip about him. He was an unusual man, I hear. So you're only unusual when you have weird fetishes. But no one knows why he left the university? Ryoko falls silent, knowing that this isn't a topic she can brush away with a smile. Sakisaka seems to have finally grasped her mood, however, as his strangely stiff tone softens a little. Doctor, I absolutely must find Dr. Ogai. There's a girl who's lost her. Can you help me? Isn't this something the police should handle? Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a risky gamble. If Ogai Masahiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, then the university will be investigated. Everyone who was involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure. I can't watch my fucking Doki Doki stream. I can't make a girl. Fuck it, I'll do it. And of course, that includes Ryoko herself. She knows how. I mean, if you watch the start of the stream, it's me fucking making deep throating noises. She knows, however, that Sakisaka is unlikely to go to the police. First of all, his excuse is obviously a lie. They already made sure that Ogai had no relatives who might come looking for him, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened. Wow, we're already into heavy stuff. But then, how did Sakisaka, a mere patient, learn about Ogai? Oh, God. I'd be happy to help, but there's been no word from Dr. Ogai since he resigned last April. I can only assume that he's gone on an extended vacation. I see. Expecting resistance, Ryoko is surprised when Sakisaka backs down. Still, she's worried about his condition, and the mysterious link between him and Ogai Masahiko is only making her more uneasy. But as long as he doesn't open up to her, there's nothing she can do. After a brief pause, Ryoko writes, "Progress good." Massive chart. Good. On Sakisaka's chart for today. About next week's appointment. How does 4 o'clock again sound? Before she can finish, Sakisaka is gone. We out, boys.